Brevard is really our home. This is where all three of our children were born, raised. Most of all their educational career has been in Brevard. I think it's a pretty special place. We have a lot of advantages in Brevard. We have good industry here, so stable job market. It's a beautiful community as far as aesthetics. Like, we're right here in the ocean, the Indian River Lagoon, so it's a great place to be. The weather's pretty temperate. It's not as hot as Central Florida, so a lot of that's great. But the schools have always been strong here. We have always had really good academic achievement here in Brevard. Sometimes higher than we are right now, but there's always been a solid educational system. Like, when we left to go to North Carolina to be closer to family in Virginia, when we decided to move back to Florida, there was no question as to where we were coming back. It was Brevard. There was no other place in Florida that we wanted to come. It was back to Brevard, back to these high quality schools, back to these communities where everybody cares about each other. I think we're the Space Coast, but we're much more than that. We have other industry here, and I think it's just a really good place to live. I was a principal in Titusville, and we were out to dinner, and this family on the other side of the restaurant kept kind of making eye contact, and there was a kid that looked kind of familiar. I wasn't really sure. So eventually the mom came over and said, you were a teacher at Satellite High School, right? I said, yeah. She goes, that's my son over there, and she mentioned his name, and I immediately then recognized him. He's a little older now, he's a little older by then, rather, a little more mature. And she said, he is finishing up his master's in international relations at the University of Miami, and he chose international relations because you were his American history teacher, and you did a unit on international relations and stuff like that. And so then, of course, the young man came over and we chatted for a while. But when you have like a moment like that, that makes you feel like you actually made a difference. I don't have a secret talent. I think I'm really good. I'm actually a pretty good griller. I'll say that. Okay, I can grill. I'm a meat and potatoes man, so a good thick steak, a baked potato or mashed potatoes, some veggies, but definitely a steak guy. Over the last several years, it's been seeing these adults that I've worked with go on and accomplish things. When you see someone you've worked with and help them grow, and then they land a big position and you see how it impacts them and their family, then you feel like you've made a difference. So being able to help grow some leaders at different spots, and see them go on and achieve, that's really rewarding. Makes you proud that, hey, you helped them grow, you helped them land that position, and so now you can watch them go forward and do more good work. Maybe they'll go impact some people, so that's what you want to see.